What's up, guys? Iki Crazy Russian with DCCTRAIN. Welcome to live broadcast. I'm I'm thinking before I'm going to do a lot of broadcasts on DCCTRAIN live, which is I'm doing, but here it will be just mostly like final steps, something not really boring. I hope so. So, top camera, SD70Mac, Athearn Genesis, which is really nice model, but it was in transition era, I should say. So I found the Decoder 2013, so that's probably the time that model came out, right before, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, right before the transition from bulbs to LEDs. All right. So on my Russian channel DCCTRAIN Plus, I did a lot of like preparation videos of how I'm doing everything. Mostly you see pretty much my fingers, but this will be, I hope, will be more helpful. Video is public, so you don't need to be a member. It's not a big deal. I'm not sharing real secrets of DCCTRAIN. All right, so what I did, simple thing. There are surface mount LEDs and my custom lenses, which is I'm going to show you in a second. I think, yes. So I make them my own on my own. That's how it looks like. It can be a little bit longer but I want to keep it shorter possible. If it's a long path, actually exactly like in the front of the locomotive, front headlights, yes. So also as a bonus, I put cab light for my customer. And guys, thank you very much. Bear with me. I'm doing everything I can. I just like quality, and it takes time. Sometimes I'm maybe not in the mood. I work a lot on the computer, and that's requires some really relaxed eyes. Two rear, two in front, two ditch lights, CSX alternating, and the cab. So I simplify everything. So what I'm going to do right now to secure those wires will be wire management. Yeah, you'll see some fingers. Same thing here, but that's how I color code it. Is this necessary? Not really. Depends. I'd like to keep it with a actually I prefer those wires, ASU wires. Those are great wires. I found about a year ago, yeah, something like this, I switched to those LEDs. I'm still using TCS, Golden, and two other manufacturers, but those are great. So to simplify everything, so I know you wake me up like 2 a.m. I know this is like signal and common, and this is for the cab light, ditch lights in, don't confuse with the sound output of Zemo and Soundtrax decoders, but violet usually I'm coming from interpretation from GST plug 9-pin, so green and violet functions. All right, and that is my common, actually 3 of them. They will be separate also on the board, and headlight. Ta-da! All right, let's get started. Before you doing, that's the free tip. You need to really look at the engine on top of it. You're not hitting any antennas or anything. This is just perfectly fine, because I look at it and it's just fine. If not, you need to put some like holders. I'm not using for that assembly. I want a engine and the chassis be on the same level, so I'm not using any cradles or something, you know, because that will be not comfortable. So you just need to secure it. If it's try not to put it on the side, because it's shades here and kind of wind protection near the windows. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to find my, yeah, I think in this model I wasn't really happy about, you know, I don't like any scotch or like cheap El Cheapo, that type of tape. I like cotton tape. Cotton tape is, well, I don't know what's the technology behind it, but it's not separating that sticky stuff from the tape by itself. And if it's already placed in whatever, use it in an object someplace, right? It's not also disintegrated from the tape by itself. So that's really nice. There are different ways to secure cables. If you like 100% sure, micro crystal clear, but you just need to group them together, you know, and lock it with micro crystal clear. That's fine. Here I'm already using that piece of tape for the ditch lights. Maybe it's too much, but again, it's they're not gonna vibrate and make any noise. Just they should be looking good. I'll show you the result in a second. So, because the board around here and my yeah, this is the front of the engine. Yeah, I'll secure with them. Sorry, we'll bring a little bit close to my eyes here. Yeah, that's enough. Plenty of wires. If it's extra, no big deal. Let me see. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, perfect. When it sticks, as soon as that surface clean, it will stick, no problem, done deal. I like that construction. I think it maybe a while ago there was some cabling right there, and maybe this part of it. Interesting. Yeah, maybe. I think it was the tape too, like that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it actually this way. See? Easily can reuse. But if it's just a little bit of what's the name, some oil, or yeah, it's not gonna do. Good job. That will take care. Those puzzles, maybe tape will be covering this path. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, that's plenty of wire. And who didn't watch my previous videos about decoder bodies, light LED light testing board? Everything I already did with the decoder and programming, I already tested. Put decoder body LED test board. Everything's cool, so I'm good to go. That's what we're doing right now. Maybe. Okay, we don't need that. I have 3 commons here, which is I'll put them just on the board by themselves. So I have plenty of that's from this. So let's just bend it real quick. Here we go. Another option, you can put like tape here, or you can tape like around it, but it's again it's not big deal. You can use another piece of tape. Just make sure all those wires not really kind of free. Yeah. That should do it. In about the same area, again, those should be really free. Perfect. Okay. Another piece of tape. This time just a little bit longer. And I'm covering with another piece of tape my previous. See, it looks like awesome, looks great. Okay, and I have enough of the wire to solder, but not the beauty of it, everything will solder to this board, which is if I need a maintenance for some reason, it will be just unplugged from here and good to go. All right, so time to, that was my test LED excuse me, test LED. I soldered just to make sure everything's cool. That board has a key, one hole on the board, on actual board is not you can see, you cannot even see through. This is empty and there is no contact. Okay, contacts everywhere, and it's like symmetrical too, 6 and 6 here. All right, of course guys, you probably tired of my I'm asking about flux, talking about flux, but yeah, flux is pretty much mandatory. I saw some good equipment, good everything, and no flux. Like the small amount of rosin in the solder, this is not the purpose. It's kind of just cleaning by itself, or if you're applying a lot of it, you know, like in the movies, you know, guy holding the spool with the solder and just with touching it. No, 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 no. No, that's maybe you can do it with rail joiners, but I still won't recommend. Like, you need a control, so you need to grab certain amount of solder, you know. Yeah, it's very funny looking. All right. So I'm going to unsolder. This side is all common plus, but I like to use common, so it's blue wire, okay? Because plus minus, guys, I guarantee you it will be confusing. And those are signal, front light, rear light, I think, front and rear, and I'm using 3 functions, so output 1, 2, and 3 for the ditch lights and be careful with the flux, ditch lights and cab light. Be careful with the flux. If you put too much, it will work as a dielectric, you know, on the board. So I'm cool right now, no worries. All right. Okay, so starting with the common, I will use it like this side because it has a little bit more space here, and that's enough for me to open the engine, maybe like that, open the engine and yank that board. Okay, here we go. Yeah, something like that. So it's not on the way. Yeah, that should do it. Thinking about 10 minutes we will be done. I'll test it. Right here, and maybe just assemble it and get it done. Be careful with this end of the which one is this out, another auxiliary output here, but not sure. 12 means it's too much anyway for outputs, so my wire will be like this, coming like this directions anyway. So I'm not using any. I have like special cutters for take the insulation, but not for ESU wires. I'm just using regular cutters. Trained myself years ago, but I have for thicker wire. Where's the stuff here? Show you this for bigger wire, working on layout, light layout wire, heavy gauge stuff. Yes, but this I can do it. LED wire, LED wire, taking this insulation. That's definitely a story for another day. Okay, we'll do something like this. Okay, much shorter. One more time, if somebody just joined the broadcast, it's not necessary for color wires. It's again because it's for the customer. For myself, I'll probably just leave those together. You know, maybe I'll just combine common and done deal. So angle will be like that. So first common done, and I will do rear light. So my rear light should be this first pin. Yeah, so equal amount of the length, pretty much the same. Try to be the same. Okay. Guarantee you can train yourself to do it, guys. Don't need like special tools. Just good quality cutters. Okay. Entire family home. So 3 kids. You will hear some noises. Sorry about that. All right. Shiny, that means temperature is correct, and it's not like some El Cheapo. I think this is still Radio Shack. I have, that's the last one. I'm used a lot of on layout, customer layout, but that's all. So need to probably find something good. That's my cab light, and actually will be, I'll finish with the ditch lights, I believe. Yeah, ditch lights, that will be the last one. So let's do one more common. Right now I really don't care which one means. It's coming from the front, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Theoretically, yeah, I can use either or this side or this side. Depends how you like comfortable. Yeah, I'll do this side actually. The other side. There we go. All right. Sometimes ESU, it's great. Those ESU wires, love them. Sometimes they just shrink half of millimeter. Don't get me wrong, I cannot tell you what's this in in inches or yeah, that's good. Let me see. Yeah, that will do it. Inches will be like, yeah, 2 wires together, that's millimeter. So still surprised this has never happened in the US, because the metrics, especially for those small, means I'm okay with inches. Yes, anything smaller than inch, in inches, I have a real problem. Means I cannot even understand the means when I'm doing sometimes carpeting job, I kind of remember for a little bit, but then I'm forgetting. Then I'm using metric. So that's my front headlight, front light, headlight, and yeah, close, very close to them, but it still has an installation, so no worries. All right. Ditch lights, left and right doesn't matter. They will be in different phase. Okay. So where's the other one? Oh, here we go. Yeah, that should do it. Just cut a little bit. Try to do it also in the center to position the, because you might do like 2 rotations before you assemble, so it will be kind of just self like where's turn around. I don't know how to explain, but yes, will be just better. And if you accidentally putting it wrong, you're still in a good shape, you know, because it's in the middle. Means just imagine this is actually front here, so not big deal again. All right, so that's my one of the ditch lights. 2 more wires and we're done. Maybe I'm putting extra flux. See, it's shiny and it's good, which is not big deal. Extra flux. Yes, I have 2 more. Yeah, I'll use this common in here. That's fine. That's not shrinks at all. Different years of manufacturing. Some of them, those pieces just sitting in at my workbench, you know, for years, you know. Some then I'm pulling them to use. Yeah, we'll do this one here. Perfect. I got almost right length, which is so cool. Okay. My soldering gun is this actually. Maybe who first time here, that's the model, and it has standby time and off time, but when I'm soldering like that quick, the standby I think about maybe like 3 minutes, and I change it. I think that's what that's what it is. Excellent. Yeah, one more common and we're done with common. Then 2 more wires, and I'll put I'll solder the light cab wire at the end because it will be right there. So after the another ditch light, that will take care. Yeah, ditch light. Here we go. Oh, common. It's okay. Let's do ditch light. All right. Its length is good. Great. Common here. Okay. Not super happy. Don't know why. Not enough solder. Yeah, much better. Yeah, just, and this one is bothering me. I'm using only this solder. Surprised a little bit. Surprised. Ah, a little bit too long. You guys can say, Alex, you're too picky, but that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm behind, because you guys bombarded me with installations. No kidding. It's all good. Better now. Oh, fantastic. Yes, I'm happy now. Happy. Last one, A3. Auxiliary. Auxiliary 3 and it's programmed to function 5. And again, something not working. I don't need to unsolder anything, or like I can do just testing with that LED board, plugging in here and see, start firing programmer or your digital system or whatever programmer, because for some reason, not very common, but I mean something happened with Decoder or whatever. Unlikely. Okay. Last one. Ta-da. Perfect. Okay, here we go. It's close, you can see everything, right? So also can be done, just maybe, no, that's fine if they will be free when you just assembling them carefully, and we'll probably can do it. Let's test, make sure it's cool, and we'll see, maybe do assembly. All right, so I have enough space, means with the wires, so I can put my track under it, not touching shelf or anything with it, right? So I'm using my digital system this time. Another part I mentioned, it's relatively new to me, that board, testing board, it's new. Yeah, it's definitely new. You're not like bending over and looking like from this side is the headlight is working, oops, or from this side, you know, this side, for the lights, especially ditch lights, they, yeah, so the board will tells you everything. Okay, real quick, I'm using a Lens digital system, still older, LH100. Oh man, F8 program direct address. You hear the motor and it's moving. Let's do it again. Just, yeah, the track was clean, and now F8. sound is good. I like the speaker. What also I'm going to actually I'll test everything, make sure all good. Sorry. All wires correct. Then I'll stop the broadcast. I'm going to use micro crystal clear to seal the speaker around, because it's all vibration, different frequency modulation and all that jazz, you know. I don't think so it was running a lot, because I just tightened a little bit those two screws, but that sealer will be just fine. All right, now do it again, see how the light's doing. So I have forward direction, lights great, rear fine, cab light 5. Yes, I got it. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, see. And ditch lights F6, they on and blowing horn. I promise I'm going to show you everything on the test track, but again, I'm stopping the broadcast, take a break, we'll seal, actually I'm going to seal it right now, take a break, then I'll do another one for final assembly all together. Guys, thank you very much who is supporting channel. You're supporting business, buying from us, that's great. For channel support, on the left it's Patreon, and PayPal me on the right. There is chat, you can send money as well. But using Patreon, you will see some extra perk stuff, or you can join membership. Thanks again, we really appreciate it. Have a good one.